Your house has been on the market and you haven't received a good offer. There are 5 important factors that will get your house sold. Stay tuned and we'll look at them. Hi, I'm Kelley Knitz of the Kelley Knitz Team. Thanks for joining me again today. I'm sure you've heard the old real estate cliche, location, location, location. Well, that's only partially correct. Now you have to really pay attention to pricing and presentation. And there are 5 prime factors, in fact, that any agent can get your home sold if you adhere to the factors that I'm going to talk about and keep them in place. Let's look at these 5 requirements and see how important they are. Number 1, let's talk about location. The location of your house cannot be changed. I wish it could be, but it just can't be. And in a buyer's mind, a house that's on a busy street or backed up to a business or by some high tension wires or too close to railroad tracks, those are less desirable for the buyer. The buyer really prefers a house on a cul-de-sac or backing up to a golf course or on a river or things like that. So you really can't change the location. There are a few things you can do to help, like if you have a business behind the house, plant some of those fast-growing arborvitaes or railroad tracks. I mean, you can try to detract from that with some landscaping items or privacy fences. But really, when you're talking about location, it's a very important factor to consider when buyers are looking for a house. The second important factor is the price. This is very important because research shows that the longer the house is on the market, the larger the difference between the asking price and the sale price. Pricing is probably one of the most important factors to consider. I know you home sellers want to get as much money as possible for your house, but you really have to stay in line with the neighborhood and what the neighborhood can bring. Nobody wants to buy the highest priced house in the neighborhood. So your marketing time increases when it's priced out of range, and your buyers might not even look at the house because it's not in their price range. So pricing is very important. And number 4, the market. The real estate market is always in one of 3 different types of markets. The first one is a hot seller's market where there's low inventory and plenty of buyers who want to buy a house, but there's not one available for them to buy because the inventory is very low. So those types of markets will get you a lot closer to the asking price and more money for your house. And the second type of market is just a normal stable market. And that's when there's an equal number of buyers to the number of properties on the market. And those types of markets, a stable market will just, the prices will stay stable also. And another type of market is a buyer's market. And that's, probably about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, we had a market that was flooded with houses that were, having a foreclosure issue, and there were lots of houses on the market. So it was harder for a seller to sell in a buyer's market. And if it's a buyer's market, then you really, really, really have to pay attention to pricing and condition of the house because it's hard to sell during a buyer's market. Number 5, your agent. Any agent will show great enthusiasm and will want to list your house for sale. Unfortunately, many agents still cling to very ineffective marketing ideas and do little to actually help get your home sold. So if you don't want to miss out on the best buyer, so I'm going to give you some ideas as far as choosing an agent, and here are some reasons you should pick an agent. The first thing and the most important thing I think is experience. Experience at listing and selling and marketing houses for sale. And then you should look at their ability to use technology to get the buyer, and so that they can expose your property 24/7 to buyers in the area. And another reason would be to review with they got to have the ability to review with you what their marketing plan is, a step-by-step analysis of the price and sales in the area. Make sure they're competent enough to be able to put a price on your house and prove it to you by what they show you, the evidence that they present to you that tells the value of your home. Another thing really is the ability to offer a step-by-step 30-day marketing plan that will get your house sold at the highest price possible and within a time frame that works for you. Working with a full-time real estate professional is a must. In our market, there's over 1,400 agents within our local board, And I would say that 10% of us do 90% of the business. There's a lot of part-time people out there. I'm sure that you have friends or family members that are agents, but work another job and those kinds of things. You must get a full-time professional that does this for a living and is serious about it. And make sure you ask them questions to see how knowledgeable and experienced they are. They must have access to a good lender to be able to get their buyers approved. And a good professional agent can get your house sold quickly and at top dollar. So make sure you use a full-time professional agent. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to share this information with you. If you found it helpful and you liked it, click the like button. And if you want to receive more videos as they become available, just subscribe below and we'll notify you when those videos become available. And finally, if you have any comments or questions, maybe some stories about an agent that you worked with in the past, and we'd love to hear what you have to say about our topic today. And if you have a question, we'll be sure to respond to it and get an answer to you as soon as possible. Thanks again for joining me today.